Alright guys, so today we're going to wash the Mercedes in preparation for doing some polishing work. And there are going to be a couple of videos that come out of this because I've got a handful of polishers I want to test, like the Shine Mate is sitting over there. I want to compare that to the Liquid Elements, and I'm going to lower the number of polishers that I have and put some products on secondhand detailing. So if you're interested in certain things, just let me know. My intention long term is to get the DIY Detail 25mm cordless and the rotary cordless, and have those be ones that I keep longer term. So I'm probably going to let the Shine Mate and the LE both go when I'm done with testing. I'm likely going to hand on to the Detail Co because it's a 6-inch and it's 21mm orbit, so it is a unique polisher compared to what else I have. And then the Milwaukee and the Merkov will of course stay. I'll use this as an opportunity to test Renew's APC because I haven't tried this yet. I'm going to use this on the exterior of the vehicle. I've got some bug and dirt on the front of the car here, and we'll just see how this does. And then I'm going to wash it with, I've got Incredible Suds in here. So I've got the active Canon, I've got Incredible Suds already mixed up in it. So we're going to use the active to wash this down. I was thinking about using the Renew shampoo, but it's a shampoo and wax. So I didn't really want to introduce a wax when I'm going to be polishing the car anyway. It's just going to make a little bit of extra work for me. Anyway, let's get started. All right, so I'm going to start off with this. It's a biodegradable APC. Can be used on interior or exterior surfaces. We're going to spray the lights and the whole front of the vehicle, and we'll just see how this does. As say a bug and traffic film type of cleaner, and it's just a APC. And then let's hit the side skirt here as well, because I've got some dirt on this side. All right, so I'm just going to rinse off the APC and then we'll foam the car. Okay, not bad. Did a little better job on the side skirt where we just had dirt. It's probably a pretty safe mixture because it says it can be used interior and exterior. Now we have previously deconned the car, clay barred the car. I will go over it with a synthetic decontamination towel, but for now we're just going to do a normal bucket wash, and we'll call this a wash and talk, and we'll chat about a couple things. So I have 3 more days left of my vacation. Today is Monday. I have tomorrow and Wednesday. Wednesday is New Year's Day. I'm sure we're going to end up having something to do. Then I have work for Thursday, Friday, and then I'm off again on Saturday and Sunday. So my hope is to get as much polishing done as I can in the next 2 days within reason. Not going to kill myself, but just try to get through it. Oops. Just try and get through it all, and then start working on the coating. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be doing C6 Hydro Pro on this, so I'm pretty excited to try that out because it's a professional coating and they're not quite as easy as regular coatings, and I haven't done it before. I did watch a couple videos on it. Seems pretty straightforward. It's been a good couple of days. I got a lot of stuff done. Did some pre-wiring in preparation for my new pressure washer, and been catching up on some YouTube. Catching up on some comments. Just quite a bit behind on those. Did a couple little odds and ends. I put pedal covers on this that I got for Christmas, which are actually pretty neat. I'll show you those here in a minute. Return the Honda to the dealership, so that's now gone. All right. All right, so ignore the dirty mat, but check out these pedal covers. They're awesome. And basically this is the same design as the factory one. So there's a factory rubber pedal cover that you just pull off, and then this goes over the top of the metal plate that's there. Same thing with this, it just slides over the existing plastic, and they're super nice. And they work really, really well. So pretty happy with those. It was something that I really wasn't looking for, but ended up receiving as a Christmas gift, and I think they're awesome. I ordered a couple other things for this. I have some black emblems on the way. I have a different style grille on the way, a black star for the front, and then I also ordered, this is a 3M 2080, which is a vinyl wrap for this silver trim here, all the way down in the whole vehicle. So basically what I'm trying to do here is, I'm not a professional wrapper. I'm not great at it, but there are companies around that are really good at it. So what I want to do here is remove as much of the chrome as possible myself, and then take it to somebody to have them finish the rest. These are the specific pieces of chrome that this has left. There's chrome on the grille and the star. I'm going to replace the grille and the star with black ones. I actually already have the star, I just don't have the grille yet. The chrome down the bottom in the center, call that like the mouth or intake duct, whatever that is at the bottom, and then around both fog lights, both sides. I'll probably leave the emblem alone. Maybe I'll see if I could find a black star. I don't know if they make one. This car doesn't have the silver roof rails, which is nice, so I didn't have to deal with that. You remember in my previous video that I already removed this. You could see I already wrapped this side off camera. So I'll do the other side on camera so you can see what it looks like. And then on the back, we just have the exhaust tips, the back lower valence, and this black sill plate right there, as well as the star and the GLK 350. Now I removed the GLK 350. I did not remove the star. The reason I didn't remove the star is because there are pinholes that are behind it for centering, and I didn't want to let water into the car until the new one arrived. But I will probably remove that today when I'm doing polishing. This is out for delivery. That one's gonna be delivered tomorrow. So I'll have that here shortly. And worst case scenario, I could just reinstall the old one if I have to. I've been working on a couple other things in the garage, kind of off camera in the last couple of days. I started cleaning out some cabinets. Like for example, this one had garbage bags and stuff in it. Now it's got all of my coating and coating supplies in it. I decided that I was going to sell a couple full lines of products that I've previously tested, even stuff that I like, because honestly, it's just, I have a lot. So I've moved all of that into my storage room over there. I'm starting to make a list of all of that with pricing for secondhand detailing. So if you're interested in products, I'll be posting on secondhand detailing shortly. I redid some of the things that are on my shelves up there. So everything that's on the top shelf are things that I'm keeping. So I've got a couple Built Handler products, a GFX, which you can't get, one or two of the Kush Chemi Blue line, Stay Strong Detailer, a couple of the Phoenix COD, a couple Armor products, a couple DIY products, a couple Labo Cosmetica products. The Naziel products I'm probably going to sell, not that I don't like them, I just, you know, I'll probably sell those and let somebody else try them out. The Detail Co stuff, I still want to mess around with a little bit more. I might let some of those go eventually. And then Fine Lab, Car Pro, and Maniac I haven't tested yet. That's the second shelf there. And then my bottom shelf is really stuff that I've used in the past that I want to revisit again. So like Pan's Polish is there, or Armor Amplify is there. Purist P3 is there. So these are products that either I tried them out and my experience wasn't like a lot of other people that I watch their videos and I want to see like, okay, well, why was that? So like in the case of Pan's Polish. Purist P3, I had problems with, so I want to try that again and see, did I screw it up? Could I do it differently? Is it going to be better this time? So yeah, and then I was able to clean out a cabinet in the other room, so I've got all my Mile Deep, Clean Tool, and Carbon Collective and Monkey Head put away until I can get around to testing those. So everything isn't so cluttered. There isn't so much around, right? So I'm gonna get everything ready for polishing here. For me, that's going to be, I'm gonna remove these, there's a little bit of paint protection film inside the door cups here. So we'll get that removed. And like, this was installed by the dealership that I just bought it from, over the top of the scratches. Like they didn't even polish out the scratches that were there to make sure that it wasn't going to, like you could see the black scratches from people's nails or rings. You know, like I'm looking right at them. It's like, why? I don't understand. I don't understand why you would do something half-assed. Either do it or don't do it, but don't do a crappy job at it. Oh, and here's what I was talking about. So this is the factory brake cover. So you can see on the back how it's got like a ring all the way around it. So the replacement is actually just like this. It's identical. So pretty cool. I don't know how much those were, but I'll figure it out and I'll put a link in the description below. So I have a synthetic decontamination towel, clay towel, whatever you want to call it. I am gonna go over the car quickly with this. The car's already wet, but I'll probably use a little bit of rinseless in a spray bottle just to get any new contamination that's happened since I did the decon with all of the iron removers. And something like this will remove kind of the heavy black that's back here, but you're still gonna need to polish that out. I'm just gonna dry this up and then I'm gonna start the polishing and that'll be a separate video. Thank you for watching today. Have a great day.